Buckle up. This is Musicians and Beyond, where we bring you the backstage info on the life, lyrics, and long journeys of the music industry. Last episode, we had Jared Moore. So be sure to check out our last episode. Great conversationalist, incredible musician, and just an all-around incredible person. You can find him at Need More Jared on Instagram. And it's a little bit ironic today that I have our incredible guest, because you guys were introduced to me from a dear friend of mine, Jen Sherman Bach, and she's out in the audience somewhere there today. And, music just brings people together, and we probably never would have met if it wasn't for music. And Jen is a victim, I guess, of multiple sclerosis, doing very well, and she does a lot for the community. And if you like this episode, I want you to donate to the MS Dream Center, and that helps social bonding and activities for people with multiple sclerosis. And you know what? If you don't like this episode, still donate, because Jen is the absolute best. Jen, thank you. And we've met people like you and our friend Natalie Kulig, another great person. So thank you for introducing us to our guest today. We have Kendra and Keith Pittman, which I didn't know until a few minutes ago. It was Pittman. It was like really ironic. You guys both have the same last name. And then I figured, well, maybe they're married. What are the chances? So thank you guys for, I know it wasn't around the corner. It was a long drive to come up here. And thanks
thank you so much for having us.
This is awesome.
It really is.
Absolutely.
And thank you to Jen also. Jen has been there for us in so many ways. It's just so good to have these connections. I mean, she's just such an amazing person.
She really is. She really is. And music, as you know, it's a lot of connections and who
It
you know.
absolutely
And
is.
you guys as musicians, to get up there and play and see someone like Jen in the crowd, that really makes you feel like what you do is all worth it. Tell us about how that feels.
It's so true, because especially, I can only speak for myself. As a female musician, there's always going to be people that are or have been in the industry that has been predominantly male-dominated. So you have a lot of figures that are looming over you and making sure that you're making the right moves, and some people that pick on you more than others. I'm still learning the guitar, so sometimes that comes into play. So someone will walk into the bar and be like, "Oh, she's not playing that jazz chord right," and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm still learning." But it's people like Jen that show up, and they just kind of give you more of that backbone. She just gives that support that young musicians really need. Mm-hmm. I think now more than ever, we need support. And she's just always there to give it to us. Yeah. So I thank you so much for that, Jen.
Mm-hmm. Seeing people like that must make it all worth it.
It really makes it 110% worth it. Yeah. Even on the days where I feel like, this might not be the best day for a show, my voice doesn't feel that great. Seeing or hearing anyone like Jen that just gives us those positive words or affirmations about everything that we've done really just makes it all worth it. Like it invigorates you to keep going.
It motivates as well. Just seeing her, just shouting out all the lyrics to every song that we do, and whatever it is. It could be Boston, it could be Extreme, it could be whatever. She just knows everything, and I don't know, just brightens everybody's day.
It's true.
Everywhere she goes.
She's the bee's knees.
Bee's knees. So you guys have been out playing for how long together?
So we started playing together in 2021.
Yep.
When we created 719, the music duo, and we were playing with other bands previous to that. He was in a couple of projects and original projects and tribute acts as well, and I was kind of just on the local scene in the New Bedford, Fairhaven, Rhode Island kind of area. But in 2021, we started up 719, and it's been the best thing to happen to me personally.
Awesome.
So we didn't have a name for our duo before we had our first show, so we were scrambling, trying to figure it out. And I think we both kind of looked at each other and we were like, wait a minute, 7/19, just because it's her birthday, and we kind of
July
thought
19th.
we were like, might as well, because we
Yeah.
could always change it later.
Well, originally it was True 719, TRUE. And then there was another band named True in the area, TRUUE. And I was like, uh-oh, we're going to have to change it, shorten it down. So now it's 719.
Yeah, they reached out to us. They were like,
The lawyers.
Yeah, they were like, you can't do that.
No, they were very nice about it.
And what is Firstborn band?
So Firstborn is an original metal band. It's an original metal product that was created by Mike Kerr, and he is a phenomenal guitarist. I mean, he is so amazing. If you haven't, heard of him, go look him up. Firstborn is spelled FIRSTBOURNE.
Yeah, like the Cape.
Like the Cape. And Mike is from Brazil. I can't even hold a candle to what he can do. I mean,
No, he's phenomenal. He's a great guy. He plays with us in the Michael Sweet Christmas band when we do the Christmas show towards the end of the year, and he's somewhere between John Sykes, Yngwie Malmsteen, and just himself. He's incredible. His chops are incredible. His sense of scaling and just music theory is awesome. Like he knows he just knows so much about what he does. And it's not just guitars. I mean, he picked up competitive shooting, like skeet.
Wow.
he's one of these people that's good at anything that he touches.
Yeah, man's like he's competing in national competitions and winning like top 3.
Like the Olympic shooting.
in less than
That's
like 3
cool.
years practice. It's just,
Yeah.
he's just really good at whatever he puts his mind to. So
Yeah.
And most
one of those guys.
importantly, you said he's a good guy.
yeah, he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Great guy. Yeah.
Good. So when you guys are out there, you guys play a lot of covers, but you also do some original songs.
Yep.
So when you guys write, how does your writing process happen? Like who's in charge, who's not in charge? And then being a couple probably plays into it too. Like
You
Yeah.
know, so regarding the writing, I do a lot of my writing all at once. If I have a good idea, I know that I've got to get these lyrics down onto either my notes in my phone or on paper pronto, or else I'll forget it. And if I don't continue writing until the song is pretty much done, I might lose that song entirely. So that's kind of my method. I just jot everything down as fast as possible and then go back and rework it from there.
Yeah, and I feel like once she figures out like the general concept of the song, with the lyrics and chords and the progression, I'm really there to not only lay down what the drum grooves and harmonies would be, but I just kind of nitpick and clean it up and kind of put a microscope on everything with fine details, like when we should transfer one chord to the next, or if we should have a different idea for a verse progression, and then after that we hope for the best when it comes to the recording.
yeah.
When it comes to the recording and mix and master. But
It's really helpful having someone that, well, is not only my husband, but my best friend. He knows a lot of, how my mind works, and I like to think that I know a lot about how his mind works. So it helps us kind of get on a similar brain wavelength. It kind of helps us get in sync a little more, just how close we are. So it's awesome. It's the best job in the world to work with you.
wow, that was nice. I mean, I completely agree, but that was out of nowhere. Thank
That
you.
was good. That was good. Well, it's pretty interesting how all the lyrics come to you kind of at one time. When does that happen? Like driving, sleeping, or just random?
Sometimes it's random. Sometimes someone will say a cool combination of words. And the other day, Keith said, "Oh, that's a cool pale iridescence." And I was like, "Ooh, pale iridescence." And so I wrote, I didn't even tell you that. I wrote a whole song about pale iridescence, a beauty that's sick. And yeah,
Looks
but
like more work to come for me.
yeah, but it's just those spur of the moment things. A lot of my writing does come from emotion as well. If I'm going through something that, I'm having trouble processing, writing, and kind of going through that songwriting process helps me kind of work through my emotions. So a lot of my songs are mirroring situations that I've been through, that I think other people have been too.
In your lyrics and the story that you're telling, are they all real life situations that have happened to you, or something that's happened to someone else, or just hypothetical?
Most of them are real and true emotions. Some of them could be things that other people have been through themselves, though. I have written a couple songs through the eyes of others and how I think that they are feeling and viewing their situation. But yeah, most of it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's almost like therapy to you.
It's definitely, yes. It's definitely very therapeutic.
Yeah. And Keith reads the words and he's like, "You thought this about me?
You said this? You
You
thought
didn't
this?
tell me about this, you son of a..."
You, ah.
I mean, that does happen, but
It's true.
but it's mostly. I think it'll roll better off the tongue if you switch this word to this word or this and that or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a lot of him.
Yeah. I'll very seldom think, "Oh my gosh, you thought this about me."
Yeah.
And how did you guys like get into music early on, as a kid or later in life?
So, my father is Tama Gerard. He is a singer and songwriter and music producer in the Rhode Island area who has worked with a bunch of bands, including, Rihanna, Extreme, Tonic. And as a very young girl, I'm his only daughter. I'm his only child. So, at a very young age, he had me practicing scales in the back of the car, on rides around town. He would have me, try to do some operatic styles, some vibrato. Whenever he could, it would be that he would just say, "Hey, can you try to do this?" And it wasn't as though he was teaching me, but just seeing if I could do things. And I responded better that way when I was younger. I didn't really respond well to people trying to teach me things, so I never went to any singing classes, because I was always like, no, I don't like that. But, yeah, that's.
Wow, so it's in your family and
It's-
in your blood.
It's in the family. Yep.
Yeah. And Keith, what about you?
Well, my dad is a huge Van Halen fan. So the very first music video I remember watching was Jump and Hot for Teacher on VHS tapes, just sitting in the living room. I think I was like 2 or 3, and yeah, it was just, it's just been drums and vocals since then. I didn't really focus on David Lee Roth too much as far as vocals go. I focused more on Michael Anthony and what he was doing, because he was just up in the rafters the entire time, and what he was doing, I didn't understand the concept of harmonies at that point. I was just, just listening to the whole sound that was hitting my ears for the first time, and for whatever reason, the drums, for sure, first thing that I heard, I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I definitely want to just do that for the rest of my life.
Oh,
just
you were
bang
playing a
stuff.
little Hot for Teacher earlier.
I was, yeah. I mean, I didn't bring my double bass pedals, so I won't be able to do it justice for you today. However, if we have another opportunity, I'll bring those next time. But the whole concept of harmonies and harmonizing with whatever the melody is was beyond my comprehension at that point, and I eventually kind of figured out what it was, and that's all I do now is drum and sing harmony. If I'm not singing leads, I sing leads from time and again, and those inspirations for lead vocals really come from Brad Delp from Boston and Michael Sweet from Stryper and Sammy Hagar, which is going to be controversial for a lot of viewers and listeners, but I love both eras. I feel like it's unfair to compare one and the other,
Right.
but yeah, that's kind of where I started.
Cool. Well, I think it's a good time, if you guys don't mind playing one of your own songs. We
Sure
would
thing.
love to hear it.
Sure.
So I've got that right here. This is going to be a song by Firstborn, the original metal project. We've got a competition coming up. We're a part of the Wacken competition festival in Germany. So
Wow.
we have gone through, I think, 4 or 5 rounds so far. So we're the finalists for We're technically under New York at this moment in time.
Wow.
We have one more competition in New York, and then one more in California. And then if
Cool.
we win that, we actually go to Germany. So that's
When
pretty
you
cool.
win that.
When we win.
Think
Nice.
positive.
I like
you guys
that.
got it.
Manifestation.
That's it.
All right. This
Awesome.
one is called Truth of the Lion.
Don't mind the lack of coming in on one, just because there's supposed to be a place. So.
Okay.
That's some goddamn good rock and roll right there,
Hey.
people. That
Thank you
was
so
awesome.
much.
You're not classically trained?
No. Oh, no. No,
Really?
really.
It's what a voice.
Thank you so much. I have worked for hours in my shower. I've worked for very many hours in my bedroom. And I try I actually did do a lot of singing competitions when I was younger. That helped me a lot.
Right.
I found out that finding like-style vocalists in my range was the thing that helped me the most. So I picked out Kelly Clarkson when I was young. I picked out Evanescence, Amy Lee. And I picked out Heart, Ann Wilson. I said, this is a combination of things that I would love to be when I grow up. And I just never stopped trying.
Wow. I'm blown away. Like, really.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you.
It's the truth.
Thank
It's
you.
the truth. So we are with Kendra and Keith Pittman, incredible musicians. When is the next part of this competition?
So the next part of the competition is on May 9th, and it's going to be at this place called The Wood Shop in Brooklyn, New York. And you can actually come and see the competition if you would like to. Come on up and join us. I think the finalists for that competition will win a free single
Wow,
as
Yeah.
well, which is pretty cool.
that's very cool.
Through one of the supporters of the event. I forget the name, but yeah, they do free recording, mix, master, promotion, release, all that.
And
Very cool.
anything that we talk about here will also be on our Instagram. So if you forget anything that we said, follow us on Instagram. We have our personal pages and Firstborn as well.
Yeah, I think the
Awesome.
tag for that would be Firstborn Band.
Firstborn Band.
B-A-N-D.
And it's Born, Bourne.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes, like the
All
cake.
right, so yeah, make sure you follow them on Instagram. And we were talking about swag earlier. You guys are just in the process of
Yeah.
getting some swag out there, and people are going to be able to get that on your website
Yep.
and through Instagram and at your
Website.
shows. And
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll-
Website, Instagram, Facebook. I don't care. I'll mail it to you personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have some really cool pieces of merch coming out. We have this basketball style jersey for Firstborn that's coming out. It's black. It's going to have, you know how all of the gear and backstage has spray painted letters. It's kind of cool. That's the font that we're going to be using for some of them. And we have this white shirt of me riding a lion.
Yeah.
The-
The lion was like the Firstborn idea before we were in Firstborn.
Yeah, before we were in Firstborn, there were a couple other founding members that dropped out, and we kept the lion as the mascot. So now Firstborn is the lion.
I love it. I love it.
Actually, what we just played for you is called "Truth of the Lion." That's actually one of the more popular tracks on the album.
Yep,
And are you guys going to be playing that particular song at the competition?
we are.
We will.
We are.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
people have responded really well to. There's a couple different ones. There's "Truth of the Lion." There's "Home." We're working on this new one called "The Missing Piece" at this moment in time because the band Firstborn went on a hiatus for about 5 years. So since 2020 up until around the start of 2026, it's kind of been dead air. It's been very quiet, and people have been wondering what Firstborn is up to. And I figured this is the perfect place to tell people that Firstborn is back.
Mm-hmm.
We have been revamped, and it's super exciting. Yeah, so keep a watch out, keep an eye out for "The Missing Piece."
That's great. So as I'm listening to that particular song, I'm hearing a lot of influences of other bands, but you have your own sound. Who do you guys think were a lot of influence on that song? Like, what do you hear? What do you hear in that song?
I definitely hear, well, first of all, it's so 80s to me. It's so 80s. So a lot of people come to mind.
Yeah.
Why is there other music besides the '80s music?
No.
That's honestly that's my favorite.
Honestly, me too.
I'm just kidding. No,
Although
there
if you
is,
get
but-
me with the disco and 70s, don't
yeah.
get me on a disco.
Yeah. Yeah. And Hannah Montana.
Oh, yeah, true.
Hannah Montana.
I know, don't get me started on that.
sorry. We were probably supposed to keep that between ourselves.
I know.
Yeah,
How
she
dare
got the
you
best of
out
both
me.
I
worlds.
just threw her under the bus.
Get them back.
You get it?
Casually. Yeah. Oh my
Really
god.
not take us- Oh.
I only know the Van Halen version. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, the '80s is great. Going back to the inspiration, as far as what I hear in that song, when Mike first showed me that song, because that's one of his originals that he actually had on his solo album, and then he added vocals to it, and because it was an instrumental album, and I immediately went to a little bit of Yngwie, just because there's like a little bit of that neoclassical in there.
Sometimes I hear some Doug Aldrich in what he does, what Mike does.
It's another big inspiration of his for sure. He's a monster guitarist.
And a nice guy.
Maybe a little bit of Racer X and White Snake. And
White Snake.
for sure.
I hear a lot of
Yeah.
White
He's
Snake
a
too.
massive John Sykes fan as well. So
Yeah.
True.
Just a vast array of
Yeah.
different things putting into one.
Yeah.
And then, all that being said, he kind of took all those and also gave it his own little flavor in there. A little fusion flavor.
I feel like a lot of the newer stuff that's coming out with Firstborn leans more heavily towards like female rockers, mainly because I'm the one writing it. but a lot of Amy Lee, a lot of Flyleaf also. I'm starting to hear some Flyleaf in the things that I'm writing too, which wasn't a band that I was too familiar with up until very recently, which is kind of cool. I tried to keep a lot of the Wilson sisters in my thoughts as I'm doing everything musical. They've just been two women of incredible power. And
Yeah, they're insane.
the rock and roll scene is just, it's blessed to have them. I mean, both of them. They're just amazing.
Yeah, they are true talent
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. They're bar setters. They set the bar real high.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Those two together.
So you guys go out and you play local clubs, bars, all of that. What kind of venue do you prefer to play at?
Ooh, I like this question. I do enjoy theaters. Theaters are really, really fun. But there are the times where I do enjoy a more intimate kind of crowd, like we have every Wednesday, the 719 Duo, which is us. We play there at 133 in East Providence every Wednesday from 8 to 11. And that scene is so packed with such good people. It's not a very big place at all, but the vibes of the people that walk through the door, they're so encouraging and chill, but everyone always has these amazing requests, and we're always down for requests.
Yeah, it's always different when the quality of the requests are above the stuff that everyone always requests,
Yeah.
because there's always going to be those few songs that everyone wants to hear. But man, they try to stump us, and they do sometimes for sure. But we do know most of the stuff that they throw at us, which is kind of cool. Whether it's like a band like Massive Attack or Giant. With
Giant.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how many times we've sang "I'll See You in My Dreams."
Hundreds.
At least hundreds
Really?
of times now. I
Yeah.
mean, they love that song for whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I love that song, not just for whatever reason, because it's a great song. But
It's become like our closing song. It's at the end of the night, everyone goes, all right, they're going to play our song now. And here it
actually
comes.
come to that point.
Yeah.
No, it's very cool. Yeah, I mean, the quality of requests is really cool.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
always I'm like, throw me some good ones.
It's
Stump
like,
me.
oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
I know that song. Yeah, let's do that. I haven't done that in forever.
And you have a real eclectic crowd that comes to see you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, people suggest anything from like Alicia Keys, some disco.
Yeah,
I
even
mean,
like singer-songwriter stuff, like Colby
Calais.
Calais.
Someone
And-
requested some newer stuff last night, like Chapel Roan.
Yep.
And so it's really anything from this early 70s, even late 60s sometimes, to today's hits. We just try to keep our catalog updated.
I like it.
Yeah.
And if someone wanted to hire you to do a private event, they can do that? And
Absolutely.
and how do they get in touch with you?
So if you look up 719 on either Google or Facebook, Google will take you to a link to Facebook. But we have our like page. And sometimes it doesn't pop up. You have to go to pages. I don't know what that's all about. But you can find us on 719 on Facebook, and you can shoot us a direct message. I have some business cards also. But Instagram or even, our personal pages are fine too. People reach out to us any way that they can, and we're not really picky about how people reach out to us, but we're always available for events. We've done some weddings, theaters. We've opened up for a bunch of bands before, like
Completely Unchained, which was a Van Halen tribute. We've opened for
Striper.
Yeah, we opened for Striper.
We're also on
lots of bands.
Keith has been on a bunch of the Striper albums. Most recent, how many?
So I've been hired to record background vocals for the last 5 albums of theirs on all of their tracks, which is it's just been the coolest experience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Working with those guys is a breeze. Like, they're super nice. They are super respectful, but super welcoming, very down to earth, great conversationalists,
just great
warm people, which is incredibly refreshing, with some of the interactions that we have,
The first time you went into the studio with them, were you a little intimidated?
100%. I mean, those guys,
They're
I
monsters.
believe in, they're
Michael
monsters.
Sweet's voice is
But it's also, it's a personal thing too, because I Believe in You by Striper was my parents' wedding song. So being able to work with somebody who's been an inspiration and a household name my entire life was mind blowing at first. Like, I got the text like the day before my birthday to do the Christmas show with him from Michael, because we had a mutual friend who owns a music shop over in Plymouth and Kingston. And I thought it was a joke. I thought someone like Rick just gave my number to some person, and he was like, "Hey, let's see what he does." I got it, and I was like, "There's no way." And then he called me. He was like, "What's up, dude? It's Michael." I'm like, "No way." Okay, wow. All right. And so I did the show, and it went great. We had a couple of rehearsals in his house, which was also really cool. And after the show, he was like, "Man, you did great. I love what you have to offer. I'd like to take you on the road with me because we want to do a Michael Sweet solo run, because he has a ton of solo stuff that's killer, and stuff with George Lynch, the Sweet and Lynch Project. And he wanted me to play drums and sing background vocals for that tour alongside with Tony Harnell from TNT as well. So he would be opening up every night, and I would just be the drummer for both bands. With Mike Kerr from Firstborn on guitar, and another guitar friend of mine, Ethan Brosh, who teaches summer programs over at Berkeley on guitar as well. And then COVID happened, and we tried to reschedule. It still was, too dangerous, and had to reschedule and postpone a couple of times, and then ultimately it was just canceled. Hopefully it happens. But then February after that, the following February after that Christmas show, he called me up. He was like, "Hey, our background vocalist is sick. Do you have any availability in the next 2 days to track all these background vocals for these 12 songs?" I said, "Are you kidding?" "Yeah, of course." So I did, and everybody was there. Rob, Oz, Perry, Michael, Danny Bernini, Paul McNamara, who owns the studio, this Spirit House Studios over in Long Meadow, Massachusetts. And it was just a breeze with anxiety and nervousness, but they helped calm all that down like immediately, just because of how cool the guys they were.
Yeah, they really are amazing people.
Yeah, and then from there they just had me on all the records since.
That's great.
And me on the last 2.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
She's been on the Christmas album and the one that's about to be released in September.
Yeah. I feel incredibly blessed to work with these amazing musicians. I mean, you hear them on the radio. I've heard them playing in my parents' cars on like CDs when I was young, and now I'm singing on their albums.
That's crazy. very surreal.
It really is. It's like I'm living some sort of magical dream.
Yeah. I mean, Striper was one of my favorites in the 80s, and I liked them, and I didn't really know what they were all about.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know it was all Christian,
Yeah.
like, backed,
Yeah.
which is fine, and I'm Christian, whatever, but I didn't realize that that's what it all was. Their music and their vocals and their harmonies and everything. I'm like, these guys are the balls. Like, these guys are awesome. And then I started, like, really listening to it, and I'm like, wow, that's even cooler.
I know, it's cool. It's the perspective of, you know, what their motivation is with their music, which is really cool. You know, it could be anything, but that's what their hearts were telling them to do, and you know, they took a big risk, and it paid off a millionfold. You know,
And you know,
so
what also is funny is that we've actually built such a good relationship with these guys that we actually got to go with Michael Sweet and his wife Lisa Sweet to Nuno's
Turkey Jam.
Turkey
Turkey
Jam.
Jam
Yeah,
down in
this year,
Hudson,
yeah.
yeah.
And so we were there this past year when Nuno brought up Michael on stage, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
yeah, that's our guy.
That is
It's
incredible.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, I've never met Michael Sweet, but I hear that he's a great
He
guy. And he's
is-
a pretty local guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
he lives over in South Plymouth.
Geez, maybe Mike, you can come
Yeah.
on Musicians and Beyond.
Yeah.
Really, you'll really make it.
Let's
Yes.
get everyone from the Christmas show. It's me, it's Keith, it's Mike Kerr. So
I love it.
3 of us from Firstborn, and then John O'Boyle, who plays the bass.
He's played bass on a number of, so 2 Michael Sweet solo records and a Striper record before they found Perry for the role of bassist.
And then Michael Sweet, so that makes 5.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Get him in.
Yeah,
I'd love
so
Make it
that.
happen.
cool.
So tell me about the Christmas show. It's an actual touring.
So for the past, I believe, is this year the 10th anniversary?
This year's going to be his 10th anniversary doing it, yeah.
It's been going on for 10 years, and usually it happens just at one venue, which is the Spire Center in Plymouth, Mass.
Yep.
But as of recently, we've been throwing around some ideas to Lisa, seeing if Lisa can, you know, give us some more show dates in the area. But, you know, we've got to be careful of mileage and making sure that we don't,
Yeah,
you know,
radius
book
clauses, all that
radius,
stuff, which
yeah.
is nice.
It's amazing how many things as a musician you have to do behind the scenes. Like, you probably spend the least amount of your time doing the actual music.
Honestly,
It's
yeah.
true.
Everything else is legal stuff and
It's
true.
booking and chasing someone for money and all
Yes.
kinds of stuff.
Oh, don't get me started on the chasing
Tell
people for
me
money.
about
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah,
Get your money first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
No, Lisa, his wife Lisa, is a wizard at doing all that stuff.
She's amazing.
She makes it all happen just
Effortlessly.
effortlessly.
Really?
Yeah.
So she's the brains behind the whole
She is.
the whole
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
great.
Yeah, she was. I think she started with Bittersweet Entertainment. I don't know if she's still that now, but she does all of Michael's stuff. She does all of Striper's stuff, and I'm sure that she works on other things. But she is a mastermind behind all that legal prep, everything to do with behind the scenes with the music industry. So
Wow.
It
Yeah,
also
and-
like it. I don't. It makes me feel good that they are also a husband and wife duo doing what they love the most, and so I feel like I look up to them in that fashion as well. Not only like musically, but just as people, a successful married couple in this business.
Yeah, must feel pretty cool that you saw them one time as a big musician, and now you can consider them friends.
I know.
Call them up. Hey, Mike, let's go for
how
you
a drink or whatever.
yeah. You guys want some burgers in the backyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool.
It is
I
cool.
know.
It is very cool. And let's see. I think the only other thing that I can remember with them is that I might be doing a leg of their one of their tours this year as their drum tech and live background vocals potentially. It's kind of just if it can happen, it'll happen. But we'll see where that goes.
That's excellent. Well, best of luck to
Like
you with
anything.
that. I would love to hear another song if we can
Sure.
squeeze that in.
Absolutely.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you're going to be singing and how you come up with the lyrics. And
Yeah, so we have a couple of things that we can definitely do right here. In regards to Firstborn, would you want to do a Firstborn song? Or would you like to do a cover?
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do.
You're the star of the show.
You know,
What are you feeling? We
I
were talking about the the Wilson sisters a little earlier.
we could do some heart. Would you be okay with some heart?
I would love some heart.
All right.
Okay.
Can never go wrong. So this is Kendra and Keith Pittman.
All right, we've got this one. It has been my favorite to perform as of recently. This one is called Alone. I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark. I wonder where you are tonight. No answer on the telephone. And the night goes by so very slow. Oh, I hope they won't let go. You don't know how long I had wanted to touch your lips and hold you tight. Oh, you don't know how long I had waited, and I was gonna tell you tonight. But the secret's still my own, and my love for you is still unknown.
And as you guys are performing, you can tell like you're emanating, like you're really feeling what's going on. And it's authentic.
Yeah, there's definitely, well, that's just kind of how I approach music as a whole. Everything that I listen to, I try to connect my emotions to. What is that singer feeling? Why did they write that? How did they write that? What were the feelings that made them write that in such a way that is hitting my soul the way that it is? How can I portray what they wrote when I'm doing a cover that can reach the people into their souls, how that singer reached into mine? You know?
Yeah, and as a spectator, I can feel your feelings. Like it's amazing. Like
Thank you so much.
it really is. It's so cool. Tell us, what is the next step? What do you guys get going on, like behind the scenes, like some secret squirrel stuff that you can tell us here on Musicians and Beyond?
So,
You heard it first, right here.
You've heard it first, right here. We are working on some originals. A whole new album is going to be coming out in no time. But we're going to be very excited to work with some really awesome and renowned Grammy-winning producers.
Yep.
Which we really can't wait. I'm not sure if I can name
You
drop.
can definitely name drop. He would totally be fine with it.
We're going to be working with Bob St. John,
Right.
which is
Mind blowing.
so incredibly mind-blowing. We lovingly refer to him as Bob's your uncle, Uncle Bob.
Yep.
So, hi, Uncle Bob.
Bob is the best.
Bob is the best.
Yeah.
He's the
I mean,
coolest.
there's
I've
just
spent a lot of time with Bob St. John.
there's no better guy.
He's good. The only thing that scares me is he's always holding the coffee over that $1 million board.
Oh,
It's true.
And
It's true.
You never know what could
And he
happen.
has. I've seen a post when he spilled it. And he doesn't care.
He makes some good coffee, though.
Does he?
He does.
Dark? Like real dark?
Tremendously dark. Yeah, but I like that.
That's the way you like it.
I usually, if I ever order from Dunkin', there's seldom a time I don't order it with at least one shot of espresso added.
Wow.
I just like. I want to taste the coffee. I want to taste that dark roast, and that's what he offers.
That's what he
his
brings.
coffee making.
That's what he brings to
He's
the table.
he could win a Grammy for coffee making. Is what I'm
Well,
trying to get to.
Let's
Get at.
let's put him in for one.
Yeah.
So you guys have mentioned Bob St. John. You've mentioned Michael Sweet.
Yep.
Who else have you worked with?
So,
As far as like opening up, as an opening act, you and I have been, opened up for a few different tributes, but I've opened up for Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Fuel, Firehouse, Enough's Enough, which was fun. Let's see.
Luke Bryan.
Yeah, Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line. The Bon Jovi tribute that I have been working with for the last 16 years actually got a chance to replace the actual Bon Jovi because they bailed last minute-ish at the New York State Fair in Syracuse, and they called us up. They were like, we have an idea, and I think it'll be cool. This was back in like 2013 or 12 or something like that. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. And that's kind of how we got the gig to open up for Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line. Multiple different stages, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's the genres are completely different.
All over the place.
They're
right?
all over
Yeah.
the place. And you fit right in like you're supposed to be there on all the genres.
Well, yeah, I feel like Bon Jovi kind of, had a couple of country-ish albums, so we did a lot of that when we opened up for Luke Bryan, but then all the heavier stuff when we opened up for Firehouse and Enough's Enough and Fuel and all that stuff. So their discography is pretty. There's a wide spectrum as far as singer-songwriter feel to country to arena rock, which is cool.
Yeah.
Is there any talk of any other well-known names reaching out to you guys and saying,
Well,
We have an
sometimes
interest.
I like to think about, my father was lucky enough to record a song with Nuno Betancourt and some of the guys from, Jeff Russo from Tonic. And so sometimes I just wish, maybe, just maybe I'll reach out to them and see. I mean, it's a thought.
it's a thought?
It's a thought.
Yeah,
It's a
thoughts
thought.
become things.
It's true. I'm putting it out there.
I like it. I like it. And who would you like to call you up and say, you know what? We're going on tour.
Sting.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And a Sting
Thing
is
would be cool.
basically one of my biggest inspirations as well. I have a tattoo of a bee on my knee because, Jen's the bee's knees.
knees.
And
Yep.
I have lovingly named him Sting.
Hmm.
Wow.
I think it'll be really fun to work with Wolfgang. Van
Oh,
Halen.
true.
Yeah.
I think
he's-
that'll be really sick.
I'll tell you, the pressure that poor kid must go through, though,
Oh.
trying to fill the shoes of his father.
Yeah, that's
I
completely
mean, the guy
unfair.
was the rock god of the 80s, 90s, 2000s. And long after we're gone, Eddie Van Halen is still going to be the man.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. No,
And
I
you know,
think it's
I-
unfair for sure.
I feel for him a lot too because having a father that's in the music industry that has done things that have obviously surpassed you is, you know, there's always going to be a level of, oh, you're just like your dad. Oh, when you do this, your dad.
Right.
So there's always going to be that level. I feel like if I could talk to Wolfgang and be like, we are the children of these awesome musicians, but we're awesome too. You know, like let's not just cover our eyes and say that we're not awesome.
Right.
You know, because
And people, general public, can be in magazines and so forth, can be very cruel.
yes,
Oh yeah.
And
absolutely.
they forget that, these people are human beings, and
Yeah.
and you're berating them publicly. Like, come on, give the
know.
kid a break. It's like he's
Yep.
he's trying, but he's doing awesome.
He is
great,
so
yeah.
amazing.
He's,
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of instruments he can play and at the level he can play all of them is insane. I mean, he does all the instruments on all of his albums. He does the drums, he does the bass, he does the keys, he does all the guitar work, he does all the vocals, harmonies, everything. So, I mean, that's not something that Eddie did every time, you know? It was rumored that he might have done some bass on some stuff, but I don't know. But Wolfgang doing everything is just incredible to me. And it's already kind of putting him in a totally different category as far as,
Yeah.
the
Right.
comparison. Not that it's even fair to compare the two of them anyway.
My exact words. I don't think it's fair to
Yeah.
compare
No.
anyone to.
No, I mean,
Their
he's
parent.
he's a different human. He's a different brain. He's got a different set of emotions. He's got his own feel for everything. So, I think it's only fair to kind of compare him to himself,
Right.
and at the very most, some of his other work. I've never thought to compare. I don't even compare Van Hagar to Van Halen. Why would I compare
Yeah, no.
Wolfgang to Eddie? It's just it's bizarre to me.
Right.
And I think you're right. It's just unfair. I think it's cruel.
And there was another singer of Van Halen,
Yeah, I know. I for sure know.
Why,
Yeah,
yes, Okay.
dude,
there
you
was.
can't forget about Mitch Malloy. No, I'm just kidding. No, dude, Gary's a powerhouse, dude. And
Gary Sharon.
that's another
one
great
of
album.
The nicest humans. Like,
yeah.
for real. Like one of the nicest human beings.
So I've
ever.
heard. I haven't met him yet, but
You
Oh,
haven't?
yes.
I've
Oh,
heard
you,
really, really good things.
Yes.
you are in for a treat. Like, you wouldn't even know he's like a rock star. He'll just
Yeah.
sit there and, we actually, well, I'm not going to name drop. Eddie Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen told me not to name drop.
Yes,
Right.
right.
There we go.
No, I got invited to Charlie Moore's Christmas party. There was only about 15 or 20 of us, and went with Pat and Gary, and my wife sat with Gary all night, and when we left, she's like, he is the absolute nicest guy.
Oh, that's great.
I love
Yeah.
hearing that. It's
He
it's
is. He
people like
does
that.
so much for everybody, takes time, and people that reach out, he,
See, that's
respectfully
who
gets
deserves
back.
the fame.
absolutely. And he's one that got berated unjustly. Like, who are these people to say that he's not good? If you don't like something, just shut your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't have to listen to it over and over again.
yeah. You can put your phone
just
down. You
listen
can
to
turn
other
the
things.
TV off. You can turn the radio off. Change the station.
Which is great about music. People have a choice of what they listen to.
Yeah.
And like we said earlier, for someone to walk through and pay $5 at the door to come see you, it's not really the money, but they worked hard for that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're spending it and spending their time, which is more valuable, to see you guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
if I was a musician, I'd be looking out there going, wow, they want to come see me. That's,
I have that surreal moment sometimes
Yeah.
when I sit there and I'm like, wow, these people, they're really here.
Yeah.
They're really here to see us.
And you owe it to them to give the best show you possibly can, for that reason exactly.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome that people come out, as often as they do. Shout out to Jen again. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if
Everything's
there's
called
two
out for
people in the crowd or
Oh, yeah.
200,
Doesn't
you're
matter.
still
They
giving
came out.
them
Oh,
yeah.
their money's worth.
Absolutely.
And their time, like you said,
Absolutely.
which is incredible.
Because, I mean, every musician that has played out has gone through, playing for two people at the bar. Like, oh, nobody showed up this night. It was a bad storm. It was a bad day. And, oh, you're just playing for two people. But then sometimes you're playing for thousands. So we've all been there.
Right. In the music industry, you get told no a lot and a lot of false promises. How do you guys handle the negativity or the promise that never comes through?
Well, I mean, I, for one, never actually look forward to something until it's 100% confirmed. I get excited at the idea, if something happens, which is great. But at the same time, I have to keep my my head on my shoulders and just make sure that I know and understand that this might not happen. This might this might never happen. It's whatever. And you just move on and wait for the next opportunity, and you keep on rolling.
Right.
Whether it's with covers, whether it's with original stuff, you just keep doing what your heart's telling you to do, and try not to listen to much else.
That's great advice for like an up and coming musician too. That
I think so. I think so. I mean, if you're not listening to yourself, I feel like that's just the most important person to at least to ask first. Just make sure that you're in touch with yourself, with what you want, what your inspirations are, what your goals are, where your emotions are lying, whatever you think is right for you. Do. Of course, you have close people in your life to ask for advice.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make sure that those people who are giving you the advice have you in mind, and not them. So.
And people do music for a different reason. You guys are doing this for a career in that you love it.
Yeah.
And there are other people that do it for therapy,
Very
psychological or physical. Our friend Natalie, who does it, that's so therapeutic. So people do music for a different reason. And I joke with her and I say, you're not going to replace Nuno. And it makes her laugh. But it's true. It makes people so happy. I can't play any instruments myself, but music just makes me happy. Like you guys playing, like I said, I really felt it. I'm like, I could just sit here and friggin' give them $100 and say, play for another hour for me. It was awesome. Before we go and say goodbye, can we give a shout out to all of your Instagram and Facebook handles?
Absolutely. So we have our personal pages. So my personal Instagram is Kendra_certified. The Firstborn Band on Instagram is Firstborn Band, I believe.
Yeah. BOURNE, like the Cape.
Yep. And then Keith's Instagram is
Crash Control, but it's the control key on the keyboard. So CRASHCTRL. Yeah, I don't know. I like to game as well and stream and stuff, so it's kind of a combo name for both. The 719 duo would be 719 on Facebook and 719 Band on Instagram.
You can also find Firstborn on Facebook too. Just type in FIRSTBOURNE.
All right. So if you're looking for a good night out, make sure you find out where they're going to be playing. Go and support them. Download their music on any streaming platform. And if you have an event coming up, why not reach out and have some incredible musicians play at your wedding, your birthday, anything that you have coming up. It's really well worth having you guys come out.
Thank you so much for having us. This has been a blast.
Before I can't let you guys go. I just can't.
We don't want to go.
You don't want to go? All right, let's stay.
Let's stay.
We'll stay.
All right. So
Hour.
if we're going to stay, we might as well play another song.
Well, all right.
That would be wonderful.
Would
All right.
you,
Again, Keith and Kendra Pittman. And yes, they are a couple.
What would you like to do? Would you like some Rush? Would you like some Boston?
I don't know.
Rush. Rush.
We'll see how my voice is doing. Let's try Rush.
All right. It's got a little Tom Sawyer action.
Oh, here we go. Monday warrior, mean tries. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Wow. Kendra and Keith Pittman. Kendra, you can call me a liar if you want, but that wasn't your last song. We need one more. I mean, honestly, I mean, no. No, whatever you want. I just happen to say that.
We could be here for hours.
We could.
We've got nothing to do today.
I would love if you guys could do one more because I think our viewers and listeners want to hear more.
All right.
Alrighty.
We have a couple different options here. We've got some Evanescence. We've got Bring Me to Life. That's one that a lot of people. Do you think that was?
Killer.
We've got Jen. She's saying that one might be the name of the game.
Yeah.
All right.
This one has actually gone semi-viral for 133 Club in East Providence, where we do Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Someone took a video of it, and it went somewhat viral. And I was like, wow. So some people come to see us, and they say, we're here from that video. We're here because of that video. And I'm like,
Well,
wow.
we're live right now on Instagram.
Oh,
Right.
So
well, hello. All right.
Funny. Some people actually say, "Give me effervescence."
Oh, yeah,
I'm
give
like,
me
what?
effervescence. I'm like, what's effervescence? Oh, they mean evanescence. Gotcha. All right. Everyone good and ready?
we're ready. Love to hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kendra and Keith Pittman.
Sleeping somewhere, gone until you
Kendra and Keith Pittman. I got to thank our friend Jen Sherman-Bach out there. And we know you love this episode, so make sure you go and support multiple sclerosis in the MS Dream Center. And that helps people with multiple sclerosis in social bonding and doing different activities. Very dear to our heart and very dear to Jen's heart. Thank you. We want to give a shout out to our friend Natalie Kulig and thank our friends behind the curtain here, Dave and Jack, for making us and look good and making us sound good.
Absolutely.
You guys don't need them to make you sound good. I do.
Please.
You guys are damn good. And we like to think that everyone comes in here as a referral or an acquaintance and leaves as a friend. So here at Musicians and Beyond, I want to thank you both for coming in and being our friend.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I mean, without you, we wouldn't be able to, get our word out as well as you can offer. So thank you so much for having us on.
And thank you for being our friend, too.
And, the hospitality has been awesome as well. So thank you for...
Thanks for being my friend.
No, thank you for being my friend.
Come on. Awesome. Thank you, guys. That's a wrap.